It was 7 years ago that the city of Detroit wrote into its charter and city law an ethics code for city officials. Its purpose? To see that they avoid conduct that even has the appearance of being improper. Even so, as we first told you earlier, Mayor Kilpatrick and the First Family are getting big personal benefits and refusing to disclose who's really paying the bill and what these givers are getting or hoping to get in return.
My private attorneys that I'm using now, I'm paying for.
You're paying for the private attorneys, not the taxpayers.
Okay. Well, maybe not the taxpayers. The city council and the rest of us will only know for sure when an audit is completed. But the mayor refuses to provide a speck of documentation that his lawyers and his well-paid spin doctors and image shapers, including this one from Washington, are indeed being paid with the mayor's own money, as he claims, and not by some secret fund or a supporter who has a financial interest, like a fat city contract or the chance to get one.
Then it simply becomes a situation of trust me. I won't do anything wrong.
Law professor Peter Henning. He once worked with the Federal Securities and Exchange Commission and says officials have a duty to disclose who pays their bills and provides expensive gifts. Gifts like tens of thousands of dollars worth of private jet travel that we've now learned the mayor and First Family have quietly been enjoying, even as scandal has swirled around them.
Who provided the private jets for your Florida vacation travel?
Oh, my goodness. Anybody else?
The mayor seems shocked, I knew.
Why won't you answer, Mr. Mayor?
Why did you agree to it?
The trip we're asking about was arranged by Pentastar Aviation, owned by Edsel Ford, who previously sought to operate at Detroit City Airport. Now, we've learned from a source that the mayor nor the city paid for the flight, so why might such an expensive gift be given, you ask? The ethics expert says,
of course, sometimes gifts are given in the hope that at some point down the road you'll receive favorable treatment, perhaps nothing more than access. It can be quite valuable to get your phone call returned.
New ethics laws that govern members of Congress ban such travel. But here in Detroit, despite a city ordinance that bars even the appearance of wrongdoing, the mayor's office will only say, we do not respond to questions regarding how Mayor Kilpatrick spends quality time with his family.
Steve, I'm not answering any of those questions.
Why not, Mr. Mayor?
But his honor and his family like the high life. So it was just the other day that Pentastar arranged for a jet, an 8-seater flying out of Southwest Michigan, to fly over to City Airport, pick up the First Lady and the mayor's 3 children, and squire them back down to Florida during Detroit schools' winter break. The plane returned empty, a round-trip flight quoted at as much as $23,000. A few days later, the mayor hopped a commercial flight to Florida, and less than 24 hours after that, the Citation 1 was dispatched back here to Florida, where we watched as the family climbed aboard for the flight home. Our cameras were not seen when the plane then landed back at City Airport. The doors opened, the children climbed out first, then First Lady Carlita got out, followed by his honor himself. There he is, heading across the tarmac to the terminal.
Mr. Mayor, is my information wrong, sir? Mr. Mayor, do you want to get caught again with another one of these things? Can't you just tell me the truth? Mr. Mayor, one last opportunity to tell the truth, sir.
Later, his office issued another statement about these flights. Because they are personal and not paid for with tax money, it said, the flights are not subject to any public information requirements and will not be discussed. Edsel Ford also refuses to comment about why his Pentastar company is a common denominator on these trips, and specifically, what, if any, role did he and Pentastar have in facilitating these expensive excursions. Our best estimate, the flight down and back to drop off the wife and kids, and then the flight down and back to pick them and the mayor up. Some business, some individual, some secret fund has shelled out a fortune for just these 4 legs.
If they're not gaining something out of it, their shareholders would like them to invest their resources in something that's going to make a greater profit.
And as for the mayor, in a case like this,
it's hard to say that I'm not influenced by this particular gift if you don't know the circumstances of the gift. Then it simply becomes a situation of, I promise you I'm not doing anything wrong.
And even if it's not our tax money paying the mayor's bills, ethics experts ask if Detroit taxpayers want government by reward. Even the very possibility that officials are somehow favoring whoever paid for their lawyers and their spin doctors and provided them those private jets. Steve Wilson, Channel 7 Action News.
And we invite